not as big as you are anymore. Now I'm smaller. Oh, you scooted up.
I scooted up a little bit.
How dare you?
Oh, my head was a little low.
Hold on a second. There you go. Now I'm bigger. Oh no, we're the same height. Hold on a second. Now we're just gonna inch closer. Let's do it.
Hi guys. Hi friends. This is Lurchland.
This is Lobster.
And we just want to talk a little bit about some recent games that we've been trying out, or that we've either picked up or bought. Mm-hmm. And so there's recently a sale. I think it was for like Easter weekend, but I picked up a few games here. I'm a little frustrated with this one in particular though, because I tested it and it doesn't work, and I've already had it buffed, and I can't get it to work.
Oh man.
Superman, Man of Steel, which is an Xbox original game.
Wait, wasn't that okay? So it's not Superman 64, but isn't it kind of like still a bad game, notoriously?
Apparently, I don't remember what the reviews are now.
We check it out if we remember to put the password in.
Hand me your laptop real quick.
Okay, alright. Hold on a second. There you go.
I'll plug it in. So yeah, I think the reviews on it were actually pretty decent.
Oh yeah? Your desk seems so empty without my laptop on it now.
Oh, yeah, the password was already in here.
Was it really?
All I had to do was click connect.
Oh my god, imagine. Imagine. Okay, let's look it up.
Okay.
Superman, Man of Steel.
Yeah, Superman, the Man of Steel, Xbox. It's an Xbox exclusive.
And I don't need to click in Xbox, do I? Let's see, review.
Yeah,
I can't believe I actually have to type in review.
Like it wasn't anything amazing, but I think this
44% Metacritic and 4.7 out of 10. So 44%, 47%. Pretty accurate for both IGN and Metacritic.
Yeah. Okay. So not great.
Not great.
But probably not Superman 64.
Oh, I don't think. Okay, so people make fun of Superman 64. Can I please say that the GameCube game for Aquaman I actually had and was way worse.
Oh, really?
By a large margin, and no one ever fucking talks about that garbage fire.
You know how many people were looking for an Aquaman game back then?
Oh, yeah, probably zero.
Yeah.
But I had one,
and
it was terrible!
Compared to how many people are looking for a Superman game.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Aquaman, I do believe, can I say, I actually think Aquaman, the actual Aquaman, the Aquaman that got his arm cut off.
Yeah.
That Aquaman is way cooler and much more interesting of a character than Superman. I like you're a Superman fan. I'm not saying Superman as a whole. I'm just saying like from a character perspective, a lot more interesting happens with Arthur Curry because he's allowed to fail.
Yeah.
Right? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, Superman has had failers.
I mean,
nothing
like,
that's left him dismembered, I guess.
Yeah, nothing that's like, it just doesn't feel like Superman's failures are allowed to be permanent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like he can be permanent, or anything can be permanent. Like whenever he gets away from the Daily, I was gonna say Bugle, the Daily Planet. Doesn't Superman always fucking wind up going back? And, like, he's always with Lois Lane even whenever he, like, breaks up or her memory's wiped or she gets mad at him.
Yeah.
Like, Jimmy Olsen.
Now Superman is best friends with Jimmy Carter.
Yeah! I was thinking of the fucking Lois Lane, Jimmy Carter fighting crimes with a partner.
Oh, yeah?
That's a song by System of a Down. Yeah, it's like Lois Lane, Jimmy Carter fighting crimes with a partner. Lois Lane, Jimmy Carter fighting crimes with a partner.
From
it's
Present
like
Song?
No, it's O-E-I-E-A-O.
Oh, okay.
And it's like yeah.
Yeah.
It's that song is what made me think of that. So
Okay.
Jimmy Olsen, which I didn't know was Jimmy Olsen. Like he's always going to be the best friend. Like Superman is not allowed to change because that ultimately changes what the only redeeming thing that Superman has away from him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get other Superman-like characters other people have been making.
Yeah. That tends to be true with most Golden Age heroes that are still around today.
I feel like that's not necessarily true with Batman.
Like, even with Aquaman, right? Like, that Aquaman without an arm is only, like, certain writers. Most of the time, he's not like that.
I think right now he's got an arm made out of water.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like water. Comics? Yeah, I think it's water with a glove on. I think is like how they're choosing to portray him now. I think he's or like a robot arm or some bullshit. Yeah. Like always, I do believe he had a water arm at one point.
I can believe it. I mean, it's not too far fetched. I mean, Peter Parker married a water Mary Jane Watson once.
I feel like Arthur Curry has a lot worse things happen to him, and like is disheveled and just like someone I can like almost understand, especially now as a father. Yeah. Like during that Justice League Unlimited with the baby that he had to protect and lost his arm because of. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a great story.
That's also Justice League Unlimited is one of the best interpretations I've personally witnessed.
I agree.
Of Aquaman,
I mean, it's the reason why that's the best is because that is the most accurate to his comic book counterpart.
But I have seen some people argue online about how they feel the best interpretation of Aquaman was him on, what was that? Batman, the Brave and the Bold?
Oh, what a great interpretation of Aquaman.
He's like so boisterous and
so
like rambling on with tales. I feel
like there's so many ways you can play, because like that Aquaman can be equally deep.
Yeah.
And still be that boisterous. Like, he could have a lot of shit happen to him and still have a lot of tall tales.
Yeah.
That's, and you know, like, that's just, like, that doesn't even, because, like, that interpretation, I think, makes him a much more layered character.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of those tales wind up being true at the end. And it's, like, just outrageous tales, and then, like, someone from one of his tales comes in and helps save him.
Yeah.
I just think that's great.
Yeah. Man, oh man, Aquaman. The new movie, Aquaman 2, I forget when it's supposed to come out.
Is it not already out? Are we boycotting that because of Amber Heard?
See, that's the question is...
Because, like, the lawsuit hasn't finished yet.
Yeah.
But it is really not looking good for her.
Right.
Like, it's really... Like to be clear... It really does feel like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were in a mutually abusive situation, but it does seem like most of the physical abuse was occurring because of Heard.
Yeah.
I mean, he got his finger cut off, supposedly, because she threw a bottle at him.
Yeah.
And, like, the tip of his finger, specifically.
Yeah.
And
she shit the bed.
And she shit the bed. There's so
like,
much.
on purpose.
That is so... crazy.
Yeah.
That is like a thing that adult people are doing now. Imagine being married to Amber Heard or being married to Johnny Depp and like feeling like I'm 20 years younger than Depp, let's make him cry in the corner, throwing bottles at him and yelling at him that he's a pussy for crying in the corner as I'm abusing him.
Yeah.
Like, is a crazy fuck... And that's not speculation. That's on camera.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, like, people are being like, oh, but Johnny Depp texted somebody about her rotting corpse. And it's like, wouldn't you? If you're in a really shitty situation, wouldn't you be like, oh, man, I just want her... if I had the choice between making it public or just wanting her to be dead... Not because of me, just her being dead.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, yo, her rotting corpse is feeling really pretty great right now.
Yeah.
That's just like a shitty situation for both of them. And the fact that they didn't leave is kind of both of their faults. But at the same time, I think there's just so much evidence that the physical abuse was occurring because of Amber Heard. And a lot of mental abuse was occurring because of Amber Heard. Yeah. And I feel like Johnny Depp couldn't leave because it was make it public.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of conflicted about the Aquaman 2 movie because...
I mean, I love the Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And I like so I want to support him, but at the same time, they Warner Brothers did Johnny Depp, wrong by firing him and keeping Amber Heard.
Yeah. However, and this is the thing that's kind of pulling me back a little bit, the people who were in charge of making those decisions were just recently fired from Warner Brothers.
But she still is.
She's still gonna be
still
Aquaman.
profiting. She's still profiting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's still profiting. But what I'm saying is,
like the only way to make her untouchable in Hollywood now is to not
see her movie.
Yeah, I mean that's it sucks because I want to see Aquaman and the Flash are my two favorite Justice League members.
But unless I'm mistaken, she doesn't have anything else booked. Like no one else has signed her on for anything new.
I mean, it'd be the last nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I would really hate for her last gig to be a success.
Yeah.
Like I'd really hate for her to just leave with that money. and that and me be a part of that.
For the most part, except for in specific circumstances, usually how much you get paid isn't usually dependent on how well the movie does.
I think it depends on the studio because I know some studios.
I mean, it depends on your contract, right? Like for Avengers, Robert Downey Jr.'s contract included a stipulation of getting a certain percentage of proceeds. And this becomes really popular with after you're like established and stuff, and so. And especially if you're the star. And I don't know how much of being the star she is in this next movie.
It sounds like she's like very involved. I mean, she is in a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
That seem really important.
So, I don't know what her contract was like. Her contract could just be that she got paid $10 million or something up front.
It just imagine a world where the person who's abused was kicked out from a multi-million-dollar deal that he already starred in previously.
Yeah.
And your abuser gets to enjoy this. I just don't want this to do so well that people are like, well, people don't care about Amber Heard being in movies that much. They must enjoy her if it did that well. And she must not be that untouchable.
I mean, I don't think anyone is watching Aquaman 2 for Amber Heard.
I mean, you're I almost said Fox because it's totally a Fox move, but Warner Brothers executives I think are going to be looking at it as a whole and being like, look, Amber Heard.
Yeah.
She was in this movie and it did really well, despite all of the negative attention that's happening to her. This movie that stars her, co-stars her. She is on the box. It did really well. And so maybe signing her to other projects is also going to do okay if people aren't deterred. Because, cancel culture is being taken seriously now. And so these studios are looking at what is, what the trend is with the audience. And if the audience says it's okay, then they're probably going to sign her again.
Perhaps.
That's how. If you're you can't say.
Here's the thing. The odds of Warner Brothers saying that it failed
not specifically Warner Brothers. It could be any studio.
Right, but my point is a lot of times studio executives, don't bother to think that is part of the problem, right? Like the what's that? The Grindelwald movie, the new Grindelwald movie. I already saw people saying, executives, studio exec people, trying to say that the main thing hurting the new Grindelwald movie, Fantastic Beasts movie, was franchise fatigue, and because the second movie didn't do as well as the first movie, and the third movie is not doing as well as the second movie.
I think franchise fatigue isn't a real thing because it's Marvel. They have to save face. But I think the number one thing is if imagine Aquaman 2 does really well, because Aquaman 1 did great.
Yeah, it made over $1 billion.
It was one of the best DC movies that they made so far.
Yeah. And
so franchise fatigue, even if it makes slightly less than that, even if it just makes $500 million, that's still a wonderful take home.
Yeah.
And that's going to be enough. to be like, oh wow,
Yeah.
even with Amber Heard, we still made this, and that's like a argument for they don't care. People like consumers don't care, and we've actually seen that in Hollywood before, where people who were canceled are still making movies because the movies that they were in previously didn't do too bad. So like cancel culture actively. I hate to say it. The Joker movie, or not Joker movie, the Suicide Squad movie, the first one. Had what's his name? The guy who played Morbius.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Jared Leto as the Joker, and like I almost thought that made sense, and I didn't even know there was a whole bunch of controversy, but apparently he did a lot of really shitty stuff.
Yeah.
And people still, that movie did okay. It didn't bomb. To my knowledge, did it bomb? I don't think it did.
I think it's being considered a failure. It's I mean, ultimately it's Sony's decision, but I think the last I saw, it only made like $96 million.
Oh, we have a computer.
Oh yeah, look it up.
Yeah, what year did it come out? Do you remember?
What, Morbius?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
No, I was talking about Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, Suicide Squad
didn't do too bad, right?
I think
it was considered like, I mean, I know I fucking liked it. 2016, 746 at the box office.
Yeah.
Million.
I mean, I was gonna say the Suicide Squad
excellent.
movie. I know that financially speaking, the first Suicide Squad movie was a success.
It cost $175 million to make, and 746.
Yeah.
Coming back, that is a hell of a take home.
I thought what you were trying to get at was because
I was trying to say that Jared Leto did shit before and after he played the Joker in that movie.
Yeah.
And people still cast him as fucking Morbius.
Yeah.
I mean, and from what I've been reading, a generally shitty person.
Well, my experience of people thinking he's a shitty person is his methodology of, quote, being a method actor.
I'm told he's just an asshole to people in general. Like there's a lot of like stories.
Yeah. Being an asshole doesn't get you out of movies. There's a lot of actors out there that
I'm gonna say that's Amber Heard's problem, and I feel like the fact that we don't see her abusing Johnny Depp as her being an asshole might be a problem. Because that's really the big problem here.
I mean, yeah, she's definitely being an asshole. I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying, I mean, the story about Jared Leto didn't come out. The stories about him didn't really come out as a big thing until after the movie was released, I think.
What, the Suicide Squad movie?
Yeah.
Okay, another example. The Flash, the current version of the Flash.
Ezra Miller? Yeah.
Ezra Miller, he had a lot of, like...
I mean,
he choked a woman. He just
got arrested the other day.
Yeah, he got arrested the other day again, but before that, like after he was the Flash in Justice League, he choked a woman.
Yeah.
And he came back, and they did the after that they wound up doing the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
And, or the extended cut.
Yeah, the Snyder cut, which is I mean that was already. I mean, movie.
But like the positivity of that, despite him being such a shitty person and a big name in that movie, did really well, and so he was invited back to be the Flash when if that wasn't the case. And I feel like because if you have another if you're not the actual star, you're probably not going to be hit as hard. But if we show that in that Aquaman movie, I mean, if what you say is true. If what you say is true, then the only good positive thing that would come from boycotting that movie is that we show that we don't like the fact that what that studio did, ensuring no other studio would do it. And that means that Jason Momoa still gets a take home. She still gets a take home, shittily. But that means that Jason Momoa is absolutely shielded from the financial fallout of this. But why
is he shielded?
Well, I mean, if the scenario that you said is true, where they're already prepaid. If that's the case.
I mean, each individual actor has a different contract.
Yeah, I'm saying if that's his contract, right? I'm saying like if he has the standard contract, which I agree with.
Right.
Most actors have a. Most actors aren't big enough to have their.
Okay,
own
so here's
percentage.
the thing. Is hurting Amber Heard worth ending Aquaman altogether.
I don't think there's probably going to be much. I don't think Aquaman's strong enough to stand alone as a thing anyway.
If it makes $1 billion, I would imagine it might get a third movie.
Yeah, but Amber Heard also might be a part of that. Like, is Aquaman important enough to continue Amber Heard's career?
She's not contracted for a third movie.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't. It doesn't matter. She doesn't die in that movie. Anything's possible. We've already seen that. Whenever they were willing to back her and drop Johnny Depp. And even though you say those execs that made that decision, but do we know? Like, definitively, that those are the execs that made that decision?
Well, I also think, if I remember correctly, even though it hasn't come out yet, I do think Aquaman 2 had already started filming and had contracts in place before the other movie did.
No. There was nope. That's actually that's not true at all. No, they actually had fans had come up with an entirely different pick before she was signed because like all of this started, the accusations and shit started in 2017.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after AOL, because AOL was making all the key decisions before. Mm-hmm. Then AOL sold Warner Brothers to Discovery, and now Discovery is making all the decisions now.
Right, but like, are they making casting decisions?
So it's not even the same company that's getting to make decisions
right,
on this
but
stuff.
Discovery's probably not making the casting decisions. That's up to like that's up to Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers Discovery now.
I know, but you know what I mean. Is like they have people that they specifically hire to cast. The execs aren't specifically casting.
Yeah, but they are. I mean, they get the final say on everything,
yeah.
And
let's put it to this way: if there wasn't a big enough say to say no this time, because they're watching, then they're probably not going to say no next time. If they can somehow manage to think that she was one of the reasons why this movie did so well.
I don't think they're. I can't fathom them thinking that.
I'm not saying don't buy the movie when it comes out on DVD, but ruin the box office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like Aquaman. I genuinely do. But like, I'd be willing to wait to buy it on Blu-ray if it means that we can hurt the box office just enough to be like, we don't appreciate that this Amber Heard thing is happening.
Yeah.
And that would be just enough, like, nail in the coffin. I don't know if the Aquaman movie is going to be so inventive and amazing that I can't wait a little bit to watch it, if that makes sense. Like if it's so mind blowing, people are like, oh my god, it's just so amazing and it's an experience. Like, it's not going to be that.
No.
I mean, it's not going to be Doctor Strange. It's not going to be Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't see a reason why we have to watch it in theaters with your 75-inch fucking TV. 4K. Like, my 75-inch TV 4K. There's no fucking reason why we can't just wait to watch it. And you know what? I'll buy it and I'll gift it to you. And you're only going to have to spend a dime on it. That's I don't feel like that's like that hard of an ask for people to do.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, just everybody, not just you. Just like everybody. Just like, don't show Warner Brothers that you're willing to like put up with that. Even if it wasn't their initial decision, they still have to live with the fact that they made that decision. You know? And like, if we tell them, it's okay, we'll watch it because we want to see this movie.
Yeah.
That might not be the... And you know, like, even if you could do watch it, like, we can be tempted to be like, if I'm alone, like, me adding my ticket to the number doesn't matter. But that's literally the mentality that people tell everybody. Like, that's I hate to throw politics into the mix because I don't really want to like single anybody out, but like, that's what the opposite side of every political party tells you is like it's just one ticket, you don't have to vote. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I don't think it's that black and white. I mean, Amber Heard's not the only person involved here. You know, there's still
I mean,
Jason Momoa and
you know,
the other 200 people working on the movie.
Are you boycotting the Harry Potter movies?
I didn't go to Harry Potter.
I mean, but you were interested in watching it.
Yeah.
And you didn't because of J.K. Rowling.
It was...
It's the same, and I've seen the Facebook. You can't lie to me. I know it's less you and more of Squirrel.
I mean, J.K. Rowling wrote the script of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, but she's just one person.
Yeah.
And there's an entire cast of people that probably don't deserve the boycott, but you're boycotting it. I think the difference is because you like DC more than you like Harry Potter.
I do like DC more than Harry Potter.
But I feel
But you already told me you were planning on getting the Hogwarts game regardless of J.K. Rowling.
The Hogwarts game?
Yeah.
No, Steph was planning on getting the Hogwarts.
Well, either way.
I mean, yeah.
You're paying for it.
I'm not boycotting that.
Yeah.
I'm also not watching the Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell Steph what to do. I mean, I can strongly discourage the behavior.
Yeah.
But I also acknowledge that J.K. Rowling is being removed from all Harry Potter related media, like her name and shit like that. She's becoming like a footnote in the series. She signed away most of the rights. She only has a minor footnote in writing the third movie. She didn't write the third movie.
I'm pretty sure the credits says that she was the screenwriter.
I mean, I think that all you have to do is write a sentence that it goes into the movie to be considered a part of the screenwriter, right?
No, not to be the screenwriter. You have to have written like 70% or something.
I thought that her name was like scrubbed from the trailers.
It probably was. It probably was removed from the trailers, the promotional material. But, I
don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good question, because like I didn't even hear that she was a screenwriter.
Yeah. She co-wrote the screenplay. I don't know why I said it so weird the first time.
You said she wrote it.
Yes.
I mean, co-writing is like, co-wrote, what was it called? Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah. So it's not like she wrote a story that then, she wrote like a book that then got translated to a film. She co-wrote the...
Gets a co-writer for third.
Yeah.
Changes are afoot with incoming. Oh, okay.
Which also means she gets a significantly larger portion of the proceeds of that movie than she otherwise would have. So she doesn't just get royalties off of being of the Wizarding World. She also gets...
And Ezra Miller was a part of the second one.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that movie has a lot. That movie has a lot going against it.
Yeah, well, the second movie certainly does.
You got the Ezra Miller problem. You got the Johnny Depp being fired from it problem. You got the J.K. Rowling problem. That movie's a lot easier for me to not see because I'm not as big into the Wizarding World.
So it doesn't.
DC.
I don't think she's the main writer, but you're right. She might benefit from it. But Amber Heard, I'm sure, also benefits from Aquaman more than just the. I mean, if her likeness is attached to fucking toys on the shelf, I'm sure she gets a cut of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Of course.
all of that goes into. And I feel like Steph wants to see Fantastic Beasts. I told her the same thing. We'll buy it on DVD.
Yeah.
I mean if I'm I don't want something to do well, but I still want to see it.
It'll be on HBO Max before long.
Yeah. Well, she owns the other two.
Yeah.
And she wants to have, and she actually does have a collection of movies that is greater than the collection of movies on Netflix. We now have over 800 movies. And so unique movies. That's not counting all the series that we have either.
Yeah.
Just a lot of movies. And so we actually do have a DVD/Blu-ray collection bigger than Netflix. And which is probably going to get smaller because Netflix is taking a hit right now, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just talking to Allie. I'm probably going to be canceling my subscription in the next few weeks.
Why are you canceling your subscription? There's not a lot of stuff to watch on it?
It is now more expensive than HBO Max and not as good as HBO Max.
So something I do is I drive a lot for my career. I'm on the road a lot. I'm not a truck driver, but I am. I might as well be with all the miles I put on.
Yeah.
I have Netflix running in the background. I'm not like watching it while I'm driving, but I am like listening to. I'll watch series that I've already like heard a million times before, just because like I can imagine what's going on.
Yeah.
Or if someone else is writing with me, they'll watch Netflix. Yeah. Netflix, I can tell you, is the best streaming service to watch while you're driving because it has the most consistent streaming. Everything else, I don't think has the servers, or is just like HBO or Warner Brothers. It doesn't. That app doesn't have good connection on the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has terrible connection on the road. Hulu has terrible connection on the road. The only one that also has really good connection on the road is Disney Plus. And I will tell you, aside from the Marvel stuff, which there's a drought every single time they're not doing something.
Yeah.
I never watch it. I there's nothing for me to watch on Disney Plus that is not Marvel. And that is my biggest money waster. I think that like Netflix has been probably the number one app that I've been like listening to when I drive. But certainly not when I'm sitting still. I honestly don't watch Netflix when I'm actually at the house. I never put it on when I'm at the house. Yeah. It is either YouTube Premium or...
I'm thinking about... Because I never watched Umbrella Academy. So I'm thinking of, here soon, binge watching The Umbrella Academy and then canceling my service.
Netflix is also a great source of watching anime. So anime is something that's great because...
They're slashing their anime. Netflix is.
That's terrible.
They just announced a couple days ago they're slashing their animation project.
That's terrible because I've been just enjoying the anime in general. It's I can't watch it if it's subbed. I need it dubbed, and Netflix does a great job of dubbing their anime or securing anime that is already dubbed.
Yeah.
And I'm able to, and anime has this magical property that. Will allow you to imagine almost accurately in your head what is occurring without actually having to watch the stream.
It's funny.
It's crazy.
So Netflix lost like 200,000 subscribers, and in response to that, they were like, "We're gonna start cracking down on password sharing."
Yeah, that's
which doesn't impact me. I'm not password sharing my Netflix, but in principle, I still find that a shitty announcement to make.
I'm kind of worried about that because they already cracked our password. So I was I was in St. Louis, and right on the border of Illinois, while I was driving.
Oh, yeah, since you drive a lot.
Yeah, I drive.
Like, someone from other states.
They stopped our service, and they were like, "Okay, so we stopped your service because it looks like someone in Illinois accessed your account." And I'm like, so fucking what?
Yeah.
There's only... You said 2 people are allowed to watch at any fucking time. Allow me to fucking watch.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not there if I'm watching it. Yeah. If 2 people are watching it, why would they be in the same fucking place?
Yeah.
Watching... I mean, it just... It's so frustrating.
Well, their thinking is 2 people in the same house in different rooms.
I mean, even so... they should know, they should be able to tell if someone's watching. They have the ability to tell if someone's watching it on mobile or on another device. They have that ability.
So they're making some sort of investments to crack down on the password sharing. They think. I think
I definitely got hit on that sooner.
And then, in addition to that, they are also slashing on their animation budgets. And they're also raising their prices, which they've already raised the prices. And so I'm looking at it like...
Yeah, there's going to be a point where I'm not going to be getting as much out of it as I am now, which is really going to suck. Because I'm probably going to have to wind up spending better phone service than Straight Talk if I need to find better phone service to watch my anime on.
So I'm like, you're getting rid of shit and raising prices and making it harder for people to use it outside of their house.
Yeah.
And they're now, for me...
Okay, hold on, disclaimer. Don't fucking watch Netflix when you drive. I have legitimate emergency driving training. That teaches me how to, look at a monitor, like police, and and like EMTs and stuff like that. They have to like look at monitors while they drive. I actually do have that training.
Yeah.
I never just sit there and watch the screen. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
You'll make life more dangerous for me. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Someone watching this is like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do that, and then like be staring at the stream and fucking hit me on the road. Don't do that. Like they'll specifically, because of my advice, hit me. Yeah. Don't do that. I know my luck.
Don't hit me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at it going. I watch HBO Max and I prefer the content. I like the content that's on HBO Max more than the content on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, regardless of which app works better while traveling or whatever else, just looking at what content there is that interests me, HBO Max is much higher on the list than Netflix. Mm-hmm. And it's irritating me now that Netflix has gone above $15 a month.
Yeah, they're trying to... Okay, so...
When I first subscribed to Netflix, I think I was paying $8 a month.
So, I think... I think I was like $7, $8. I was with you.
Yeah,
like,
I'm now up to $15.
And now they have a different tier. It's like, well, do you want to watch in HD or do you want to watch in SD? And it's like, oh my god, really? I have to choose?
Yeah.
Like, I now honestly, SD has been... I've been staying SD. You know what? That's fucking why I'm able to like watch without skipping. Is because I'm paying for the SD model of Netflix. Wow, the lesser model has been saving me.
Yeah,
that's why.
You need a lot less bandwidth for the SD. That's probably
it. Yeah, you really don't notice on a mobile either.
Yeah, you wouldn't, especially when you're mostly listening.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to probably... And Squirrel wants me to get Stars instead. She's like, after you get rid of Netflix, get Stars.
I mean, is there something on there she wants, or is it just...
Yeah, there's a handful of shows on there she wants, like American Gods and...
Oh, American Gods might be a nice...
That one interests me. I don't remember what the other ones are.
If it becomes too expensive, I'm probably going to also follow suit. It's just, it really sucks because, like, okay, if they cancel... Like, okay. I mean, have you ever seen Jupiter Legacy?
Jupiter's Legacy? Yeah.
That was a great show.
I enjoyed it.
I really did.
It was canceled after one season.
Yeah, but did you know that they created an anime that was in the same universe?
Ugh.
Yeah, but it's an anime, and it's, like, terrible.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's not based on those characters either. You had no idea that it was in the same universe if they didn't name drop some characters.
Yeah.
And it's just like... I mean, like, give us some more of that. I was genuinely interested in the family drama and, like, how that isn't on it. Like the family... I mean, let's get a mini review. Jupiter's Legacy should come back. Fucking Netflix. It needs to come back because they had family drama, generational drama, from the same fucking generation. I'm going to spoil something that they show you in, like, the first 15 minutes. Is that... that guy, Jupiter, what's his name? Like, his name was Jupiter, right? No, it wasn't. It was, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the name Jupiter
Jupiter
comes from
was
where their power came from.
Yeah, their power came from, what those gods, but I forget what his name is now. But, the older main character is, like, over 100 years old. And, like, he's bringing the trauma from when he was a regular mortal into his current family life, which also benefits as, like, a generational trauma. It's the same level of trauma that you've seen in Kanto, which you thought was okay. It wasn't mind-blowing. I absolutely loved. And it was, but like, that generational family trauma I agreed with because, like, I see that in my family. And, like, it just it was so real. And, like, the most real... What's the other Superman like? What's his name? It's another... There's so many. It's the other live action one.
The Boys?
The Boys, that's what it was. Homelander. That's so fantastical. It's still really hard to put yourself in that situation. That's one of those, you sit back and you suspend your disbelief. But Jupiter's Legacy was very much a family drama where you insert your own experiences onto those characters.
Yeah.
And, like, that made that special because you don't see that in any other Superman analog.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you need to bring that back because that was amazing.
Yeah, I like that show quite a bit, and I was disappointed it didn't get a chance to grow from there. And that is the truth for a lot of Netflix
shows. It is.
Yeah.
Fuck Netflix. You know, I'm changing my mind. I'm like, Netflix, please read between the lines.
Yeah. So they keep canceling shit. They're slashing their animation budget. They're raising the prices, and they're cracking down on password sharing.
Not a sponsor. It's a different video. I had to say something.
So yeah, I've got I need to check and see if there's anything else. The only thing I can think offhand that I'm wanting to see on Netflix that I haven't watched yet, that I feel like I gotta watch, is The Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy, I want to see the final season of Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. That's the other one. I knew there was something else.
There's another thing that I'm wanting to watch.
Which they just which I recently learned it's been canceled. But
yeah, I know it's a final season, but
this is not the final season. There is one more season after it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that is good news. I'm actually pulling up my Netflix.
So that's good.
There's a few shows that I do want to like rewatch. So, wait, where's my watched list? Something I hate is they always like change.
Yeah, they move it around.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. So The Hollow is fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot that they did. Okay, so He-Man. So I don't know if Netflix did it, but if Netflix did She-Ra, good on them, because that was a great fucking show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it also doesn't show me the rest. Like it just ends there. Oh, that's so frustrating. You know. Oh, Ultraman. There's one final season of Ultraman. I cannot stop my Netflix subscription until the final season of Ultraman, because like they split season. It's coming out next year.
When does the next season of Amazon's show Invincible come out?
Gosh, I believe that was like.
You look it up?
Yeah. I think they said it was on like a 2-year, but we can see Invincible.
Season 2.
Yeah, I misspelled it, but they knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Everything we know so far, 5 days ago. They have not confirmed.
God damn.
I mean, I remember hearing that the production of this took 2 years.
Yeah.
And like it might get another season 2 like in 2 years.
Man.
So yeah, we're just.
That was a surprisingly amazing show.
I mean, it might come out next year because it came out in 2021.
Was it only 2021? Jeez, it seems like it came out longer than that.
Yep. I mean, they announced season 2 and season 3 together.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 2 seasons have been in development longer. We've been working on it for a while, says the world's most unhelpful article.
Oh man!
Wow, I love articles like that. It's like, let me answer your question by being as vague as fucking possible. That's almost less helpful than us not knowing anything.
Yeah. So, speaking of superhero stuff, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
I'm so excited for that fucking movie.
Did you see the trailer that has Wanda's kids in it?
Yes, I did. So we're probably not gonna dwell on that.
Not gonna dwell on.
I don't think she's gonna keep them.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a major plot point.
I think it's gonna be a.
I think they're gonna take him away like Mephisto did in the original fucking thing where I hope they don't have him hold them like little baby gloves.
Oh man,
that's so creepy in the comics.
So
everybody's seen that image now.
Something that I'm noticing in the trailer, I think it gets mentioned twice. Like Wanda's talking, there's in the trailer, Wanda's talking to Strange, seemingly, about how you keep waking up, having this bad dream that's living in a nightmare.
I think, no, that's 100% they're trying to steer you away.
Trying to steer you away from what's going on?
I don't think that's Nightmare. I think everybody was talking about Nightmare.
Yeah.
As being the guy. I don't think that's what's happening here. I also don't think that, what's his name? Squidly McSquidface, the one-eyed bastard. What is his name?
Well, it's
yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, they changed his name to be, was it Gargantos?
Yeah,
something like that.
Gargantos,
something like that. It's
there's an enemy that appeared once in one single comic, and they couldn't use the actual name, which originated in
no. The character. So the character that appeared like once in one brief comic, they're using that character's name.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Over the concept of one that's much more reoccurring.
Yeah,
character.
and the one that's much more reoccurring is actually owned by the guys who did. I'm not remembering anything.
So,
they're on the tip of my tongue.
So Shumagorath is the monster that we're seeing the visuals of. Like the art is designed based around Shumagorath, and I'm hoping the story of what it is Shumagorath.
I think that he's gonna be a one-off enemy.
Yeah.
The trailers make it like that's just someone because like he's got the same fucking. Did you see that he's got the same fucking sigils as the other things that he fights against? A whole bunch of enemies in the movie in the trailer are all controlled by the same sigils that you see in Wanda's like in the Chthon cave, in the Darkhold cave, which are the same sigils someone on YouTube made a note of on the Celestials.
Okay.
So which proves that the Celestials know and have full control over chaos magic.
Yeah.
Because that's the magic that Wanda was seen using in that trailer. With those sigils specifically, and like looks like the Gargantos, whatever her fucking name is, Shumagorath. We're just gonna say Shumagorath.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian. It started in a Conan the Barbarian comic, and they weren't able to use the character name Shumagorath because that's where he originated from. So they had to change to Gargantos, which was another tentacle monster that only appeared in one fucking comic.
Yeah.
In like 2 panels.
It's a shame because Shumagorath is
a great name.
So Shumagorath is a great name, and he has a far more prominent role in Doctor Strange comics
than
Gargantos or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so does in Conan as well, and it really sucks that we can't combine the two and have like Conan the Barbarian appear in the multiverse as just like they couldn't do that deal. Come on, your lawyers could have that one crossover.
Yeah.
Just like Conan, like with a fucking sword up in the air, and then
he's flying in the air with the sword.
He's coming towards Doctor Strange, and he's like, nope. Just like close that portal. Just don't want to deal with that.
And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my God, do it, please. We have to. Hey, if we could bring young Luke Skywalker back for an entire fucking episode of the book of Boba Fett. We could do a young Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, didn't we already do that with Terminator?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, surely we could do that.
They even did. I forget which one it was. It was it Salvation? Maybe one of the Terminator movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't in it all, but they used like a model that they had of his head to create a replica, and then had another actor that was really big and buff do all the stuff.
That's creepy.
And so, yeah, they had Arnold in it, even though he didn't do any filming or anything. He was too busy being a governor to be the Terminator.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was he any good as a governor? I'm always meant to look that up.
I think so. Like, I'm not an expert in it.
Like your opinion. You thought he did good.
I think he did good, particularly because he made a really strong push and apparently was successful at eliminating gerrymandering in the state of California.
I mean, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Especially since, wasn't he Republican?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot. That's a strong push. I mean, I'm glad that it was Arnold Schwarzenegger who ran for governor and not Chuck Norris. Saying as how Chuck Norris has a quote saying, "I believe this is real." And this entire podcast is just our not podcast. We're just chatting. This entire chat is just us bullshitting. So like a lot of our information might be wrong, misheard. I do explicitly remember reading a quote attributed to Chuck Norris. And I'll have that disclaimer, saying that he wants to print a number the name of Jesus on every atheist's head.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so culty. You
Yeah.
know? It's just like...
I've heard that too. I don't know the accuracy of it, but I've heard that too.
Yeah. I mean, I do know he's very, very conservative.
Yeah.
And that's like a large part of his... that's honestly why I stopped all the Chuck Norris jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Those memes. I used to love them. I had to have a poster. I still have that poster. Just not up. Of all the Chuck Norris jokes. I mean, those you could really attribute those jokes to literally anybody that's macho, and they'd still work just fine.
Honestly, yeah. I never understood why it was always Chuck Norris specifically.
I think it's because that makes it easily recognizable as it being a blank joke.
Yeah.
Whenever I went to Job Corps, I did go to Job Corps, and there was we had a physics instructor named Mr. Boyer, and we always attributed Chuck Norris jokes to him. Just replaced the name Chuck Norris for Mr. Boyer because he was always like a really big badass.
He doesn't have his chin. That's another fist under his beard.
And he did have a beard. It was pretty great. I mean, like, not in the beginning, but I think he grew one out because of all the jokes.
I did love the Chuck Norris jokes that they had on the third Expendables movie.
Oh yeah,
I think it was the third one.
You know, like, that was the most likable.
Heard you got bit by a cobra. Yes, and after 4 agonizing days, the cobra died.
You know, he has stated to say that he's actually hated those jokes before that movie came out.
Yeah.
So to hear him actually say it means one of two things: either he was paid an awful lot of money to completely go against his feelings, or he finally realized that was just helping him.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't bite the hand that feeds. And I feel like a lot of actors, because we talked about a lot of actors, I think a lot of actors forget that. Is like, it's the fans that made them famous to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, you have to respect the fans. Kirby. You recently liked it.
Yeah.
Recently played it.
It's funny, we the whole time we were planning on talking about Kirby from the beginning. So, yeah, I just played Kirby. It was my first Kirby game ever. I mean, I played a spin-off Kirby game that's not really a Kirby game once.
Oh, what was that?
I don't remember the title. It was one you introduced me to. Like, we played it on co-op.
Oh, that's right. Kirby Fighters 2.
You had me playing as Bandana Waddle Dee.
Oh, that was a fun... I recently started picking that up and like...
And so, it was basically like Smash Brothers, but only Kirby characters.
Yeah. It was like every Kirby... If you haven't ever played a Kirby game, Kirby gets a copy ability by breathing in enemies.
Yeah.
And someone had this great idea. This beautiful idea. Such a big brain move. And Kirby Triple Deluxe. It started on the 3DS. And I believe that was the 3DS. It could be another one. Where they were like, you know what? Kirby has a lot of copy abilities. We can just have them fight against each other. And it's just like Kirby Fighters was born.
Yeah.
And then Fighters 2 came out. And it's just like, what amazing. But then you played, you were meh on that game, weren't you?
Kirby and the Forgotten...
No, Fighters 2.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby
I was
Fighters
pretty meh.
You were pretty meh. I mean, it wasn't a traditional Kirby game, to be fair.
Yeah.
But Forbidden Lands, what were your thoughts on that?
I think we recorded my entire PlayStation of
and
Kirby
it's
Fighters
uploaded.
2.
And it's uploaded.
Yeah, on the Left Claw Studios YouTube page.
Yeah, if you want to see... I mean, I think you had fun in the moment, but it wasn't like... if you compare it to other experiences, I mean, like, literally every other fighting game I ever... It's like if someone took fighting game flavor and, dipped it in water twice, and then you drank that water... That's the game you got. If you're expecting a hardcore fight... And I think the thing that like really set it back was the fact that there was like no online play, and it made the game less competitive. Not that a Kirby game could really be competitive. But yeah, Forgotten Lands.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
love
I
it.
remember describing the Kirby fighters as it's Smash Brothers, only not as good.
Yeah, I mean that's true for every Smash Brothers clone.
Yeah.
I dare you. People are like, oh, but what about Brawlhalla? Brawlhalla is not even on the same fucking level as Smash Bros. It tries, and it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
But it's still Smash Lite. It's still Diet Smash, and every game after
Diet
that
Smash.
is gonna be Diet Smash.
Yeah. But yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, my first real playing of an actual Kirby game, and it was great. I don't know what else to say. It was more than I was expecting from it. The whole concept, I think something that really helped a lot was having not just power ups but upgradable power ups.
What did you think of the music?
The music was good too.
Okay, so there's something that's said about Kirby games,
Yeah.
like all the main series games, they're all great. There's not a single bad Kirby game that's ever done shitty.
Okay.
There's never been a bad Kirby game, but like, and the music is always like really great too. However, apparently, the Emmys thought that this Kirby game in particular had particularly amazing music because he won an Emmy.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
That was like, this is the first game. Honestly, I would have thought that was would have gone like, this is the first Nintendo game that won an Emmy.
Is it?
Yeah. And I would have thought that went to Smash Ultimate because that fucking soundtrack is banging.
Yeah.
But
although I think most of the music in Smash is music from other games.
That's
maybe
true.
a little bit remixed, but
that's true.
But
Yeah,
predominantly,
Kirby,
yeah.
Yeah, Kirby had like an original, and it's like the first Nintendo game, and I'm just like, you know what? What a great fucking title for a Kirby game to have.
Yeah.
It's just
And
that.
Emmy for best music.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't win any fucking other awards, which it should, because that is just like a great game.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely give it like a 5 out of 5. Kind of a score.
That's a high score because like Lurch is very picky about his games, so like he really is. So like I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not picky in what I'll play.
No. I mean, he's very like, this is. We'll have conversations, and I'm like, I really love this game, and he's like, this game is okay, and I'm like, I get why you think that, but like he analyzes, right? You're like, this is what I can put. And I said, and I told you this a couple days ago. I was like, just become a video game reviewer and be done with it. Like, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Is just do that because like you've definitely got that mindset.
Yeah.
I think you were playing. I think I said that whenever we were talking about your Cyberpunk. You'd played it for like 10 hours and you were like, it's not really hitting me yet.
Yeah.
And then you were able to get into it and you were like, this is a good game.
I think when we had that conversation, I was about 6 or 7 hours in, and I was like, it's been okay, but it's not quite hitting yet.
It's not hitting yet. Yeah. It took until the death of your best friend to really hit you, didn't it?
It still wasn't there yet.
Oh yeah.
But it was because that happened. I think that happened before I told you it hadn't hit yet. But a couple hours later, 2-3 hours later, it was somewhere around the 10-hour mark, things really started, like, becoming more interesting to me and opening up more, both in the story and in the gameplay.
So I gave you a list of other Kirby games to play. Are you going to play... Is the next game after Cyberpunk you're going to play one of those Kirby games? And before you say no, just understand that the next Kirby game is like 6 fucking hours.
Yeah.
You could invest that time.
Yeah, it probably won't be Kirby yet. It definitely won't. I'm definitely thinking the next game I play will probably be something shorter. I think it might be one of these games other than this non-working Superman game. So I'm thinking maybe this X-Men Legends. I remember
Is that the no? Oh, that is the crawler. Yeah, I played this on GameCube, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Was this on GameCube? I think it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, this looks like the 4-person... What's the one that you unlock Deadpool at the end?
I'm not sure.
You know what? I'm looking.
Yeah, look it up.
GameCube.
So this was an X-Men game that had really good reviews that I never got around to playing. And
that's what it was. X-Men Legends.
Sweet.
Yeah, you unlock Deadpool. And like his original Deadpool at the end.
Nice.
I mean, I think, at least on the GameCube you did.
Yeah.
Man, I spent so much hours into that, playing that.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
I was always Cyclops, and then I switched to Deadpool whenever I liked Deadpool.
So yeah, I'm not like set in stone yet, but I am thinking that this maybe be my next game. I also need to finish up my run of Batman Vengeance.
It's not a terribly long game.
Yeah.
That game. So
the X-Men Legends.
Yeah, it's not a terribly long game, so it'd be really.
And
fun
so
to do.
yeah, I'm kind of thinking I should probably play some stuff in this room because I've been playing Cyberpunk so much. Because like after I got to the point of it's starting to hit for me, it started hitting really well, and I'm now like 68 hours into the game.
Oh wow, 68.
And
so close to greatness.
So
Almost 69.
I've been using up the big TV a lot playing that game. So it might be nice for Squirrel for me to, after I'm finished with that, start playing a game in here. Playing a couple of games in here.
I have an entirely, my setup. I'm like, I don't want anyone to take away from my game time, so I gave Steph her own TV. Yeah. And I gave Rory her own TV.
Yeah.
And like everybody gets their own TV.
I mean, I gave Allie her own TV once, but then she accidentally knocked it over and broke it.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, because she she'd hang out in the bedroom area a lot, and so I set up a TV in there specifically for her with the PlayStation 4 hooked up and everything. And then I don't remember how, but one day the TV got knocked off of the table in there and fell to the ground and broke. It was, I think it was like my 32-inch flat screen that I'd had for ages.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And it just died?
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Busted when it hit the ground. And so, and she didn't use it much, in the 6 or 8 months it was in there, she used it like 3 times. But then besides that, she does have like her own computer desk, and on her computer desk she's got 2 monitors. Well, and one of them has both her computer hooked up to it and the PS4.
I've been trying to get Lurch to buy, set up one of his other TVs in his living room for years. Because, like, I've always had, like, 2 TVs.
Yeah.
One for Steph and one for me.
Yeah.
Like, that way we could watch TV together, like, TV, and then I could be playing a video game. Because, like, if I'm playing a video game and I'm not doing anything else, nothing else is going in the background, I start stressing out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to be doing something else so I don't feel like I'm wasting my life, and like learning something like social interactions on TV, by proxy.
I can't. So like the best I can do in close to that is like listen to a podcast while playing a portion of a game that doesn't require paying that much attention.
I'm too ADHD to not do that.
Like when I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. There's pretty long stretches of time where I'm out catching a dozen Growlithes or whatever, and I'd have a podcast running while off of my phone.
I don't do it. I don't do it because I get bored while playing a game. I do it because there's a level of anxiety that occurs, and I can't focus if something else isn't playing.
Yeah, I can't focus if there's 2 things playing.
That's so funny. It's like
so
you have
that's why I won't put up another TV in the living room, because if I put up another TV in there and then Scroll starts watching something, I'm gonna end up like ignoring my game and watching the show.
No, I'm not saying you're not ADD, but that particular thing, I think you are very normal.
Yeah.
Because I think like a lot of people are like that. I can't do that personally.
Yeah. Like I have to absorb into the thing, and that's really what I think I would rather do that anyway. So when I'm playing Cyberpunk,
I absorbed into Cyberpunk while also laughing at Bones. Like I'm able to pay attention to both at the exact same time.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to I don't know how you hear them both with one working ear.
So.
I have 2 working ears, and the 2 sounds would blur together.
So that's generally what happens whenever, during specific segments.
Yeah.
I have, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's the Bluetooth thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the one that I used to have connected to my phone all the time.
Yeah.
Is now connected to my PS5.
Okay.
And so I have that in my ear if I need to hear the video game, but I can still read the subtitles and on the TV, that's playing Bones or something like that.
Yeah.
And so generally, if I'm playing like a story game, and most of the time, I'm really not playing a story game, because like you have to be involved in a story game, right? I can't do that because I have a toddler in the same room, and like I'm constantly in and out. So I can't get into video games like and RPGs and shit. You almost have to. That's been my problem. Is like I cannot get into. Skyrim is great. Like if it's a game I've already played.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cyberpunk has a good chunk of story.
Well, my trick with Cyberpunk, which was the last RPG I played, by the way.
Yeah.
Was I was in for most of the game when I was learning the stuff, I was actually in my office.
Oh.
And then there was a switch when whenever Monica came to live with us, where I was like, everybody wants my attention, I need to move this setup outside. And so I went to the living room where everybody was. And at that point, I didn't need the two have to pay attention because I was so used to the game and the way the mechanics worked, I didn't need to pay attention. Yeah.
I took a brief glance at the trophy list for Cyberpunk, and some of that stuff's gonna be really difficult because there's things on there that are your skill set specific, right? Like my character is very quick hack heavy. Like I've maxed out my intelligence like really relatively early on, and my quick hack is maxed out too.
So can I tell them why I did that?
What? Why you did
why I did the quick hats? So I got a female based body V, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted her to be Futanari, so I had like a penis.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't want to not see the penis because then it might as well not exist. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm just not gonna wear pants. It's fine. Well, there are armor stats attached to all the articles of clothing that you have, and if you miss an important piece of article of clothing, primarily the shirt and the pants, well, you lose most of, because those give you the most armor. Yeah. And armor can stack really greatly, and like you become a fleshy sponge if you don't have pants on. Yeah. And I chose not to have pants on, so I was very stealthy and tried to quick hack everybody in an area before I even step foot in there.
Yeah.
I'm like across the street, and I'm like, how can I best like navigate this without... I had to focus on quick hacks. And whenever I was done playing, and I was like, Lurch, you're gonna fucking love this game. Invest in quick hacks. Yeah. Like, quick hacks are gonna save you.
Well, for me, because there's so much you can do. I just saw a thing online the other day where it was saying that there was this guy who played through the whole game using nothing but swords.
Oh, that's right.
Only
weapon. I didn't say. I played that whole game without pants, start to finish. I never had pants.
Yeah.
And whenever you click on the menu, the first thing you see is like, I don't know if you've ever... You're a guy, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone into the menu without pants on?
Yeah,
with just the penis on?
I just had just yesterday maybe I had a mission where my character got like basically sabotaged, and I woke up like in a bathroom out of a one of those cooler tubs because scavs were going to they were salvaging all my stuff and they were going to take my mods and stuff.
And you had to like a stealth out of there?
And I woke up and immediately started hitting people with contagion, which is just wiping them out really fast.
Well, my point in bringing it up is if you are completely naked and you have your penis out and you click the menu for the very first time, your penis goes fucking everywhere. For the very first time, it's like your character's suddenly moving there, and the thing that didn't stop is just like whoosh, all over the screen, and it's fucking hilarious. I get a chuckle of it every single time I open.
I don't think that happens anymore. I think they patched
really?
that out. Yeah.
Oh man, it made me so happy seeing that. I don't know why.
So yeah, the game Cyberpunk, I went with the quick hacking partly because I was like, I play a lot of first-person shooter games, and I play quite a few of these other kinds of games that do these other things. The quick hack is something unique to this other than like Watch Dogs, but it's done in a different way than Watch Dogs. Mm-hmm. So it's like I don't get very many experiences of this. So this is the route I'm going to go with it. And it takes a little while before things start, before you get enough stats and enough skills towards your quick hacking until you become a badass.
Yeah.
At it. But then at a certain point, you start having some fucking great stuff. So you can just like early on, Contagion was rough because you would use Contagion and it would spread to like one or other person, and neither of them would die.
Yeah.
But then when you get a little later on, you get enough perks and enough skills and enough upgrades, you can use Contagion once, and like 9 people die from it.
It's you know, there's like a level of like godliness that you get, like you can't help but get. You cannot help but get when you use the I don't want to say it, the S word, right? The big S word. You know, you can make people take their gun from their holster, and they will actively try to stop themselves.
They will even also yell out to people too.
Yeah, they will try to stop themselves, and then they'll shoot themselves in the head. And like, if you're across the street, they're not fucking finding you. In fact, that's a better scenario, because it gets people who were hiding from where the cameras can't see into where the cameras can see.
Yeah.
And it's just a great fucking tool. I'm across the street. There's busy traffic. People are like, "Where is this guy?" Lurking everywhere, and it's just like, "Nah, I'm over here."
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. Like, it's just like there's a certain level of like, I'm amazing when you have that level of control of someone else.
But I did,
which is why I feel like the purple man got as fucking high and mighty as he did.
And so yeah, like I've gotten to where like I'm a badass with quick hacking, and then my technical is pretty good. I think my technical skill, my ability points is now maxed out, but I'm still working on like engineering, and my crafting is at like 17 out of 20.
I think we're both lucky. I played the PS4 version on the PS5 before the PS5 version came out. And Lurch was waiting for the PS5 version to come out. I played it. I barely had... I think there was only like 2 times where I had to like restart a save. I have not had... I was very lucky. And before you say anything, let me note that I almost never have issues during my playthroughs, but Lurch seems to find every single bug that a game can produce.
So, Cyberpunk has hard crashed on me 7 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
More than once every 10 hours.
Honestly, I can't, okay. There is a fair thing to say, is that I did not play the PS5 version.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a level of stability that you have when the PS4 version, which is not asking as much of the PS5 console, is playing it on the PS5, which is more than it's necessary, versus the software asking the hardware to push as much as it can give.
Yeah. And
I feel like that was partially one of my reasons for playing the PS4 version and being okay with that on the PS5, because I feel like that was probably a superior experience, because I didn't receive a lot of bugs, and I was seeing online that that's the best way to play it too, even on PC. Yeah. Like playing it on the PS5 with the PS4 version. Yeah. I mean, before the PS5 version obviously came out. I don't know what they're saying now.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're saying today, but I know that was, they're saying some of that before. But, so yeah, it's hard crashed on me 7 times. Oh, every once in a while. Like, the other night, I think it was Friday night, Allie was, like, sitting by me and watching me play for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And there's a moment where she was like, what the hell is happening? And it's happened enough times, I think, that I don't, like, notice it anymore sometimes. Wow. But people's like colors were like flickering really crazy. So like they'll suddenly be all shiny, like this kind of golden shimmer. Wow. And like even part of the street was shimmery, and a couple of cars were shimmery. Just like a lot of objects, and that happens every couple of hours, and it only lasts for like 30 seconds or something like that. And it happens every couple of hours where all the characters just start being all shimmery and stuff. I think my motorcycle has gotten stuck in place only a couple of times. Wow. Like where it wouldn't move, wouldn't go anywhere.
And then there was one instance. I think one of the instances was I was flying. Are you familiar with like the large glass? Like it's a greenhouse. I don't. There's an opening on the top, and I managed to get off of a rampway, and my motorcycle went over a car. I managed to like get over a car, use the car as a ramp to somehow get on top of
Oh wow.
the greenhouse that I don't think anyone was ever supposed to get on top of.
Yeah.
And my car, or my motorcycle, and I was stuck in my motorcycle with it being stuck in a tree I wasn't supposed to be in, and I couldn't get fucking out. And I was just like, that is an acceptable glitch.
Yes.
Because, they don't expect people to do that.
Yeah. I had not quite as severe, but there was this other amusing thing that happened to me that you reminded me of, where there was a car running from the police, right? High speed pursuit, and they had an orange marker on it. I was like, oh, I guess I need to go deal with these guys. And I go chasing after them, and then they turn just in front of me. They unexpectedly turn into a parking lot or something. And I tried to turn to not hit them, but it didn't work. I still hit them, and somehow I their car goes like this, I go like this, I hit them, and I pop up in the air and then spin and then land on top of their car like this.
I've had that happen to me.
And I couldn't get my car to go anywhere. And then one guy gets out of the car, and as he comes out, his head hits my tire or something, and he just falls over dead.
Oh my god! Okay, that didn't happen to me. I've had it to where I would, cars here, I'm stopping, I go right here, and then it just bounces on top of the car. I don't know why it does that, but they do that.
Yeah.
It's just the weird physics engine.
Yeah.
Didn't they use the engine from, is that a new... No, they used the same engine from Witcher 3, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think they did. Maybe modified. I'm not sure.
I mean, if it is the same engine, it'd have to be modified.
Yeah, definitely modified.
They did announce they're using Unreal Engine for the next Witcher game.
I'm excited for the next Witcher game. I am excited that it's not going to be Geralt.
Is it? It's not? Oh.
Okay, that's speculation, but they speculated a different medal.
A different medal?
Medallion.
Mm.
It's a different medallion. It's not the wolf medallion. It's the lynx medallion. So either School of the Cat, or School of the Dog, or a mixture of the both.
Yeah.
And everybody is because Ciri has a cat medallion that was given to her in the books that you see in the games, and so she doesn't have the wolf medallion. She got a medallion from another Witcher that gave it to her, and or that Geralt gave it to her, and you have. So we're thinking maybe they reworked the School of the Cat to be a lynx.
Yeah. And
that is Ciri's medallion. You get to play as Ciri, which I personally don't like. I really want to see, and this is something I've been wanting for a long time. Let's play someone other than Geralt. Same universe, same time, just what are other Witchers doing? I think that's interesting. Geralt is special. The reason why Geralt has white hair and other Witchers don't is because he went through all of the other Trials of the Grasses that were experimental that no one else went through. Because he took to the original Trial of the Grasses so fucking well. He's a mutant upon mutants. He is so far above, mutants as they are above you. You know?
That's
Apocalypse quote.
Yeah, from the 90s X-Men cartoon.
Yeah. And,
he says, I'm as far beyond mutants as they are beyond you.
Yeah.
Talking to a human who accuses Apocalypse of being a mutant.
Yeah.
He's offended that you would call him a mutant.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. Because that's Geralt. Geralt is a super Witcher. And that's why we follow him.
Yeah.
And that's why his hair is white. And that's why he has no emotion, they say. Even though he clearly...
Yeah.
I mean, you don't... You don't get that many women, that many sorceresses, and not have any emotion. Do you know where that came from, by the way? In the books, the Witchers spread the lie themselves that they don't have emotion, so that it scares people into paying them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a lie. He will just willingly, if it benefits him, he'll be like, I have, I have no emotion. Why don't you find out? What'll happen if I don't pay you? You know? It's scary. It's scary. A Witcher could fuck you up.
Yeah.
Any normal human. So, literally any normal human will get fucked up by a Witcher.
Yeah.
I think, but even still, Geralt died in the comics, or in the books. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. The games actually start off after Geralt was impaled by a whole bunch of angry people, and like he lost his memory after he was revived, and the books never really ended other than Geralt dying, which was really sad. So like the games continued from that point with Geralt losing his memory, so he has to like regain all of his like knowledge and skills in the first game. And I always thought that was like really interesting, but yeah, he died. I mean, that just goes to show one single human never went against a Witcher, but a million humans.
I'm thinking about not right away. Well, I mean they're impossible to get right now, but I'm thinking about trying to get a Steam Deck and then playing the original Witcher game on it.
Yeah. You haven't played the... have you played Witcher 3 fully?
I never finished it.
You need to finish it. I really do think so. The Witcher 1 game, it's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
It is really rough.
Well, they are working on a PS5 version of Witcher 3. So I think I'm going to play that.
Yeah. Always waiting for the PS5 version.
Well, I mean, why not?
I mean, the PS1 version was... Or the PS1. The PS4 version. Imagine The Witcher on the PS1! The PlayStation 4 version of The Witcher looks beautiful on the PS5.
Yeah.
And you know, The Witcher is like a really tight game anyway, so I really wouldn't even worry about the PS5 version coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since it works on the fucking Switch. Apparently that's a bad version. Don't play that.
Yeah, I think that's a streamed version.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Unfortunately, the PS5 version's release has been delayed because I think, as I understand it, the developing team that was working on that version is in Russia, near the border of Ukraine.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so I think that studio is, like, at least temporarily shut down.
Oh.
And so they've had to bring the development of that version in-house.
Wow. Another thing Russia fucking ruins for us.
Yeah. Like, I can't remember if they were in Ukraine or in Russia, but either way, they were close enough to the border.
Listen, I'm not going to speak for Lurch, but if you support Russia, unsubscribe from my channel, Daddy Lobster. Just fucking do that. Just fucking do that. I don't even care for you motherfuckers. Like, poor Ukraine, dude.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about Ukraine?
Not really.
No, really?
No.
Keep that.
I did donate some money to a charity for Ukraine support and stuff.
That's.
And we talked about it on the Gamer Seuss podcast a little bit, but I don't really want to talk much more on that.
It's depressing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
what else can we say other than it sucks and it's unfair?
Yeah.
And my heart bleeds for every single soul that's ever been affected by that. That's not even me being political. That's just me being like, it fucking sucks. You know, regular Russians who didn't even know they were invading.
Yeah.
Or the Ukrainians. Like, all of that. It's terrible. But, when are you thinking about playing Kirby?
Kirby? Oh, the next Kirby game?
I need you, Lurch, I need you to play Kirby. like sooner rather than later. I need that from you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. I need that from you. I need you to play Meta Knight. There's a once you beat Kirby, okay, so the thing about, I mean, you've seen it. It's like 7 hours for Nightmare and Dreamland, which I think is going to be the best entry into the traditional Kirby.
Which one was that? Was that the Game Boy Advance one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's about 5 to 6 hours long. If you don't, I mean, no, it's honestly 4 hours long if you don't play Meta Nightmare.
Okay.
So once you beat the game, you can unlock another mode called Meta Nightmare mode, where you have half of the health. And you play exclusively as Meta Knight, and it is like the best fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel all powerful playing Meta Knight. There's no reason why you should ever lose. And you know how powerful you felt in playing Kirby Forgotten Land as Meta Knight, like Meta Knight's power.
Yeah.
Like Morpho Knight. That's the level of power we're talking about in Meta Knight. It's like one hit, people are fucking done.
Yeah, Morpho Knight.
Yeah.
That whole Morpho Knight having the teleportation. And sending out those little ghost things.
Which I didn't know. So I taught Lurch some stuff, and then Lurch was like, "Oh yeah, I sent out the 2 ghosts," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So,
yeah.
And you know that's because he is the gatekeeper to the afterlife. His sole purpose is to wander. He gained so much immortality that he now wanders the earth looking for souls to bring to the afterlife, which is why he's constantly appearing to a sleeping Kirby. It's true, too. Every time he's about to land, Kirby wakes up. And it's like, what'll happen if he lands on Kirby when he's asleep? Terrifying. Let's not find out. For the sake of literally everybody in that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morpho Knight is like a bad... I saw a meme that's like... have you ever watched SpongeBob?
Not really. Like, I've seen a few episodes, so like I know who some characters are.
There's an episode where Sandy goes away for... Sandy Cheeks, which is the underwater squirrel. Yeah. She goes away for the winter in order to like hibernate, and she left a.
Why would she need to hibernate when she lives in the bottom of the ocean? It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
It's a silly cartoon. It's not just a cartoon. It's a very silly one. They left
a caterpillar inside of a jar, and whenever they came back later, the caterpillar had turned into a butterfly, and they were like, "Where did our caterpillar go? Oh, this monster must have eaten him."
Oh God!
And so they spend the entire episode being terrified of this monster. He runs to the Krusty Krab and he's like, "Mr. Krabs, there's like this monster running around. It's like this little tiny butterfly," and everybody's like screaming. And I saw a meme. Someone turned that butterfly into like a GIF of Morpho Knight, and like everybody's running away from Morpho Knight. And I'm like, yes, you should be afraid. So like that is an accurate level of fear. When Morpho Knight destroyed like 2 fucking immensely powerful entities, it's just, Kirby. Kirby has this. If you guys don't know, you hear Lurch saying that he enjoyed the game. There's like a thing where on the outside Kirby is a very relaxing, enjoyable, cute experience where you eat literally everybody in your way, especially people who aren't doing anything. We saw some dog characters, woofies, inside of a mall, and I just ate them.
Yeah.
They weren't even hurting me. I was just like...
Yeah, they're just like sitting at a table. Like,
yeah, they're not bothering you, and you just go on the table, eat their ice cream, and then just kill them. And that's just your day. And like that's just a day in the life of Kirby.
Kirby's a monster.
Kirby is a monster. And like, but that's like the cute side of it, right? But almost immediately on the last level, it's like you go from cute to cosmic horror, eldritch terror, like level of bullshit.
That shit came out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That is always every fucking Kirby.
Yeah.
There's a point where, oh my god, let me tell you the. Oh, you're not gonna. I want you to play Planet Robobot. So I'm not gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
But there, like every single Kirby game after Return to Dreamland, or no, after Kirby Superstar, which is the SNES title. Every single game after the SNES title. Wait a second. Every single game after Kirby's Adventure. There we go. The very second game. Every game starting there, moving forward, is Kirby is dealing with some kind of universe-altering eldritch terror monster, starring people who rip themselves in half, and then like you see their goo and their guts just like he just like slides down like it was just cut in half, open up, and a black hole sucks them in. Or Kirby beats up an enemy so much that its eye flies out bloody from a giant flying egg. And then the bloody eye is trying to run away from Kirby, bleeding all over the place, while Kirby is just attacking it with a sword. That is, like, truly horrific bullshit.
Yeah.
And it is, it all started with, like, Nightmare. It's just, like, there's the cute side of Kirby, and everybody's like, it's a girl's game. And then there's the stuff that'll keep you awake at night. Being like, did I just, like, see this horrific monster? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
It's.
I don't want to give away too much for anyone watching, but I think the most horrifying, eldritch horrifying moment of the Forgotten Land is in that hallway.
Oh, that
hallway boss fight.
So creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was ridiculously creepy.
Anyone that's played the game and gotten to the end, wait, is that the second ending? Or the first ending?
That's the first ending. That's the first ending.
First ending?
So we're not going to spoil it, but if you want to know what we're talking about, the specific boss in mention is called Fecto Elphilis. And it is, Forgo Fictus Forgo. Fictus Forgo, that's the name of it. And it is legitimately nightmare-inducing. It is just, like, terrible.
So.
And then there's a scene that's already been ruined by everybody. So I'm going to say it. Really sad moment whenever King DDD redeemed himself by, like, sacrificing himself to to rescue a Waddle Dee.
Waddle Dee.
Yeah. Those little bastards. They were, by the way, Waddle Dees, enemies in literally every other game. They're the number one enemy in every fucking game. The most common enemy. Return to Dreamland on the Wii actually had giant boulders of just a whole bunch of Waddle Dees stacked together, rolling at you. Every single enemy, every single video game of Kirby has Waddle Dee as an enemy. This is the very first game where they are your friend. It's very interesting. And I hope that continues because like Waddle Dees are too fucking cute to be like the bad guys. You just feel bad for them because like King DDD is constantly. By the way, quit calling King DDD a penguin. He's not a fucking penguin. He looks like one though.
What is he?
He's what is Kirby?
Yeah.
I mean, what is a Waddle Dee? That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's just a monster.
I didn't know people were calling him a penguin.
Yeah, he's just like the Penguin King, and I'm like, no, please. We actually do already have an enemy penguin. That is not King DDD in the Kirby series. That was my personal gripe. It always just like irks me. Something we need to do. We need to play together. Sonic 2. That's where you play as Tails, right? Mm-hmm. Like as the 2-player.
Yeah.
We need to play that together.
Yeah.
Like we need to get together and play that. Like I was gonna say that here on the recording.
Are you looking at my?
I was. I looked at. I
shelf?
keep looking at it this entire night. I was looking at it and it was like, I could use some tail action. Bruh.
Dude, wasn't it great how for the one of the posters for the second movie?
Yeah.
They recreated this with Jim Carrey and everything.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie? You have seen the movie.
I saw the movie. Yeah.
There was a point in the movie where he pulled up a manual for the giant bad egg.
Yeah.
And that manual was the manual for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Did you catch that?
I don't think I noticed that. But might be because I don't have the manual.
Oh shit. Did you ever play Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
This
like
is,
when you were younger?
Yeah, this is my most played Sega Genesis game.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Besides maybe Streets of Rage 2.
What a great fucking movie.
Or Mortal Kombat.
Dude, that Sonic 2 was such a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
Any gripe I had about it was entirely because it was created for a demographic that was far younger than I am.
Yeah.
But it was such a love letter to the original series. Even more so than the first one was.
I before you got onto the subject, I was remembering that I was wanting to play some Sonic, actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to play some Sonic games. That's what I was wanting to try to do
Sonic
next.
Advance. I was trying to tell you to play Sonic Advance.
Yeah. Did you hear about Sonic Origins?
No. What about it?
They have a new compilation coming out soon. I think in June, called Sonic Origins. It's going to have Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Wow. And Sonic CD.
Wow.
All in one bundle.
Is it Sonic 3 and Knuckles? So like the combined game?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So, I think it's $40 for Sonic Origins.
Wow.
What's interesting though, what's annoying is when they announced it, and they announced the pricing and stuff. It was like you had to read a chart to know what all there was.
Oh, you know what? I did see that. I did see that. They had like the rings to show the chart, and it was like you gotta. It's like one coming this way, and you gotta like, you know, like. I just feel like we're not in the 90s anymore, and this isn't The Office. We shouldn't have to look at graphs like that anymore.
I mean, what really it boils down to is you got your base game, Sonic Origins, which is the game with all 4 games, and then there was the pre-order pack that you get. So if you pre-order the game at all, you get some free extras.
Oh.
That's what one column was the free extras from pre-ordering it.
You know what I would like as an extra?
What?
For them to just add a character that was not in that original game into that original game. like let's see cream and cheese. I want to see the little rabbit and the chow.
And then there's a column for like the music track pack, so you could like buy a pack of the music. I'm not sure if it's to listen to outside of the game, or if it's an add-on to add extra music into the game. Because they did make new music for the game.
Speaking of Sonic, I started playing a mobile game, Sonic Dash.
Oh yeah.
It's just like an endless runner. It's so fucking stupid. You go left, you go right to avoid stuff. You jump, you spin down by swiping up and down. And I am so fucking addicted to that game. They got me hooked, man. I'm not spending any money on it. They really want me to. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's so tempting. But it's like, I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay with it, but I unlocked Knuckles. And they have like a whole bunch of other characters to unlock. And I'm just like trying to get to Blaze the cat. Blaze the cat is... I think that might be my favorite Sonic character.
Yeah.
And which I was trying to get you to play the DS game that has Blaze the cat in it first.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I think other than... Because I played a lot of the earlier Sonic games up till Sonic Advance 2 on the Dreamcast, which I played it on the Dreamcast. They did re-release it later.
Sonic Advance 2?
Not Sonic Advance. Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. So I played, I think, every Sonic game up until Sonic Adventure 2, maybe. And then kind of fell off of the Sonic wagon for a long time. Mm-hmm. With the exception of going back and playing like re-releases of earlier games, or even sometimes my original copies of the original games. Until maybe... I played Shadow the Hedgehog, I think.
Shadow the Hedgehog, okay, people give that game a lot of like shit.
Yeah.
But I played the GameCube version of that game a lot when I was growing up. That is a fucking great game.
Yeah.
I love that game.
So I've got the PS2 version back there.
Shadow with the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, is that not... How did they not win awards for Shadow with the gun?
I remember when it was new, there were some people that were really excited about that, and then other people that was like, they're trying too hard as edgelords.
You know, honestly, I was all for... I didn't like it because of the edgelord thing. I was just like, oh my god, Shadow's got a gun.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing, like, that was the joke for many years about Kirby with a gun. I made a Smash Bros, like Super Smash Bros Ultimate and Super Smash Bros Wii U. Wait, was it Wii U or the Wii? Where I think it was the Wii. I made it for the Wii, where I made a stage. It was Kirby with a gun.
Yeah.
That was the joke. You touch the end, which was hot, or you touch the end and it falls into a cannon and shoots you out. And it was Kirby with the gun. And they finally gave us, for the very first time in the Forgotten Lands,
Kirby with a gun?
Kirby with a gun.
He's never had a gun before?
He's never had a gun before. That was the very first game that ever came out.
And he's got 3 different versions of the guns.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, my favorite are the pirates. No, my favorite is the spacesuit. I love retro futuristic anything.
Yeah.
Like, Walmart is starting to have, like, retro futuristic toasters and mini fridges.
Really?
And, yeah, I want them. I want my whole house to be retro futuristic. I want my house to look like what the 50s thought 2020 should look like.
Yes.
That's what I want in my life. And, like, Walmart is starting to give us that. And I'm like, I need that in my life. And Kirby with the gun.
Kirby with a gun.
But that's like the same level of like Shadow with a gun, because Shadow is synonymous with Sonic, and just imagine Sonic with a gun.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that? And Shadow is almost Sonic.
Yeah.
And that's like the humor in it. I always like gotta chuckle.
Yeah. I mean, why does Sonic need a gun? He moves faster than a bullet.
Why does Shadow need a gun? He moves faster than a bullet.
Yeah.
Honestly, other people don't move faster than a bullet. Sonic with a gun makes a lot of fucking sense if you think about it. You move really quickly, boom, and then out People can't stop you from shooting them.
Yeah.
They can't. You can't. And no one can ever pin it on Sonic.
Just out of nowhere, a bullet hit this guy.
Yeah,
no one saw the gun. No one saw the shooter.
Yeah, there's, Sonic is the best person to give a gun. It's so simple. Okay, Sega, give Sonic a gun.
They did. It's called Shadow the Hedgehog.
No. In Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh, give Shadow a gun.
Give Shadow a gun. Let's do it. Oh, what a great story.
Man, yeah.
And I like that there were like fucking 12 endings for that game. There were
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, there were so many endings depending on whether you're good, neutral, and then who you sided with when you were good or neutral. Yeah, there were so many. I had so much replayability with that. Whether you sided with the aliens, the humans, Marie, whether you sided with the good humans and the bad humans, they're just like, and depending on whether or not you were good or bad during siding with any of those, also gave you alternative fucking endings. And it was so fucking amazing.
Maybe I didn't play this one. I've had it for ages though.
Okay,
so here's
I am told the PS2 version is better than the GameCube, but I never played it. I only played the GameCube.
Yeah. So this is on here. I'll just read the back of the Shadow the Hedgehog box. To destroy or to protect. Shadow the Hedgehog carries a dark past that is shrouded in mystery. Embark on a journey to unveil his true identity. The way you play the game will determine the outcome of Shadow's future.
Yeah. So many fucking endings. You know what?
Shoot it out in 2-player battle mode.
Yeah, I never had a second player. I always wanted to.
Tons of missions, branching storylines, and multiple endings. Well, this might have to be my next game. After Cyberpunk.
Honestly, it's a great game. I like it. There's 10 endings. There's 10 endings in Shadow the Hedgehog. I played them all. I played that game so fucking much. And this was before the age of, this was during GameFAQs. So, like, before YouTube tutorials, but during really terrible Axie art on GameFAQs. Because someone had to spend the time to draw Shadow the Hedgehog using a whole bunch of dashes and slashes.
Yeah. And slash and gasha.
That is you know what? I can't even blame you on that. Shadow the Hedgehog was a great fucking game. And it's really terrible because he's not even number 5 on my list of favorite Shadow.
Look at these fucking stickers.
Dude, it's literally Shadow with the gun.
Yeah.
So just so you know, not all the guns are like realistic. So if you side with humans, you get the alien guns, and if you side with the aliens, you get the human guns. I think that's how that works.
This makes sense.
Huh?
As of right now, that doesn't even make sense.
No, it's because you're killing humans.
If you side with humans?
No, if you side with humans, you're killing aliens and getting their guns. If you're siding with the aliens, you're killing humans and getting their guns.
Oh, so you're getting the guns from the people that you're killing?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I believe that's the way it works. It has been years, because I actually played it on release on my GameCube. So that's been that long since I last played it. But I believe that's the way it was. And there's only one canon ending, obviously. But it's... like, the aliens come out of fucking nowhere.
Kind of like that Kid Icarus Uprising?
Yeah, a lot like it, actually.
Just out of nowhere, there's alien invasion? Or what?
Same fucking energy, honestly.
I thought I was fighting mythological creatures, now aliens are coming out of nowhere?
It kind of makes sense. It's like, all the goddesses are like, oh, these guys. They're rejects. We don't follow them.
Yeah.
I'm teaching Monica how to play Smash Bros.
Oh?
And, yeah, she's been playing the World of Light as a way of like introducing her to the mid-tier, like getting used to other characters. I told her every time she unlocks a character, switch to that character. just because she's not familiar with it.
Oh, she's putting off a new save profile and everything?
Yeah, I gave her, because, like, Worlds of Light has, like, 3 different save profiles. So I gave her one of the save profiles. I mean, she's benefiting from all my spirits, but she's so bad at the game, she almost needs it.
Yeah.
Well, she's new at the game, not bad at the game. That's wrong wording.
Yeah.
And it's just a good, well, anyway, I was trying to explain the storyline to Kid Icarus to her, and she just, like, looks lost every single time I, like, try to do it. Because, like, what's the Ore Club from? And, like, why does he have that shield? And who's Palutena? And, like, all of these questions. And it's like, you know, Kid Icarus is literally, you know, Pit, specifically, is called Kid Icarus because his wings don't work. Because he is disabled.
Yeah.
All of the other angels can fly. He's not special. He's not like the only angel that can fly because Palutena lets him. She has to focus on letting him fly because he's disabled. Everybody else can fly.
He gets mocked for it too.
Yeah. It's just like, but he's like the special hero, right? He's like that puppy that doesn't have 2 back legs.
No.
It's like you love him because he's different.
I successfully got the stickers off.
Oh, that's a satisfying.
That's yeah. That's a satisfying change.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that should definitely be. I agree with that. I was saying you should do Sonic Rush for the DS, but honestly, Sonic the Hedgehogs are great. Because like it's so wildly different, and I believe it did it better than Sonic Adventure in terms of like, if I remember correctly, I remember liking the movement and like the design of the levels better than Adventure 2.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Sonic.
I liked Adventure 2 on the GameCube. Oh no. I liked. What was that? It was that Sonic fighting game on the GameCube. Do you remember?
The fighting game.
Yeah, there's like.
I know there is a fighting game. I'm having a hard time picturing you saying that there was a good fighting game.
No. The fighting game on the GameCube specifically was great because of the Chow Garden.
Oh.
It was amazing.
I mean, Sonic Adventure had a Chow Garden.
Sonic Adventure had a Chow Garden.
Yeah.
It's not good. Sonic Adventure 2 had a Chow Garden. It's not good. Sonic Adventure... this... I forget what it's called, but it was like a fighting game for Sonic. Sonic... GameCube... And, like, it's on the Dreamcast, I think, as well. I could be wrong. GameCube, fighting. I'm just gonna see what pops up.
Sonic the Fighters.
Yeah, not that one, actually.
Yeah, I've played Sonic the Fighters, and it was terrible.
Not that one. Oh, here it is. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Okay, so that's Sonic Adventure 2 on GameCube.
Oh, is that Sonic? Well, I know Sonic Adventure 2 had a different box art.
Yeah, they gave it a new box art when they re-released it on GameCube.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So like Sonic Adventure 1 on GameCube was called Sonic Adventure DX, like a director's cut.
So Sonic Adventure 2 was the game that I played more frequently. I didn't like, and it did have a player versus player.
Yeah.
Which is the one that I played the most with my brother. But Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I played more because of the Chow Garden on that one. And I recently watched a video saying that was the reason why I had such a great time on that one specifically was because that's the preferred Chow Garden to anyone who likes the Chow Gardens.
Yeah.
And so that happens to be the one that I played.
I don't know if I ever played it on the GameCube. I know I played it on Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast. I had both games on Dreamcast. But I don't...
And can I say that is the best art? Like I remember the booklet and like that style of Sonic is probably the best fucking art Sonic has ever had and never will have. And you guys can't see it, but do you have it?
I am double checking. I don't think I do.
But yeah, like
No.
it had thick lines, very edgy Sonic even, like it was just great. And anyway, the Chow Garden is amazing. Which is why I was trying to get you to play Sonic Advance, because Sonic Advance also had a great Chow Garden, but for a different reason. It was more like a virtual pet than the Chow Garden itself. One of the things that I really liked about the Chow Garden is you could beat up the chows.
You can beat up the chows?
You can pick them up and throw them against a wall. You can kick them. You can just slap them.
Oh.
And doing that turns the... Okay, so if you do that when you're an evil character like Dr. Eggman, because you can just straight up play as Dr. Eggman. When you do that, it turns them into a hero chow, because a villain is beating them up. But if a hero beats them up, it turns them into a villain chow. And so it incentivized you to play evil characters in that garden.
Yeah.
And it also allowed you to take up pent-up aggression against cute tiny creatures who did nothing wrong to you. And we all know none of us has ever done that in a video game before and found joy in it.
Yeah, I've never thrown a penguin off of Super Mario 64 cliff.
I feel like people who do that are monsters. Yeah, but that was a good game. So that was Sonic Adventure 2 then. Okay.
Yeah.
I always said that I really didn't play Sonic Adventure 2 but I guess if you're telling me that is the actual Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. I don't remember why they put the word battle on the end of the title.
They put the word battle on it because you could fight each other.
Yeah.
And there's also co-op mode, but yeah. I don't know if the original Sonic Adventure 2 had co-op.
I can't remember if it did or not.
But I know that this one is like the preferred game for people.
Yeah.
If you had to play Sonic Adventure 2, it should be on the GameCube.
Yeah. It came out several years later and was like, it was like an updated, updated improved version. Because the Dreamcast version came out, I think, like 99 or something like that. And then the GameCube one, I think, was around 2002, 2003.
I mean, it's honestly cheap enough. I might buy it again just for the Chow Garden.
Yeah.
What a good fucking... It's a good game. It's a really good game.
How much is that?
$49.
That's not bad.
I mean, and I love...
You said 49?
Yeah, 49. Oh my god, 139. Why was I seeing 49? Why was I seeing 49?
139.
Oh, used. $49 in free shipping.
Yeah, from...
Yeah, there it is. Used. Good condition, $49.
I'm wondering if that's like disc only.
Used in good condition. Game has been tested and is working. Comes with the game and a generic case.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about cases as long as the game works.
Yeah.
I mean, I will display consoles and stuff. Speaking of consoles, I only need an SNES.
NES?
I only need the SNES.
Oh.
And I have every single Nintendo console, including every handheld, aside from the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
But we don't count the Virtual Boy. I mean, should we? I mean, I feel like at that point we'd be having to count like Game & Watches and shit.
Yeah.
It really does feel like a side thing.
I used to play a lot of Game & Watch when I was younger.
Yeah. Speaking of which, are you happy that Bandai and like Tiger specifically is starting to release some of the LCD games that we used to play? I don't know if you used to play, but I played the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tiger game, like a white handheld.
Yeah.
I thought about it for years. I even told you about it before they even re-released it for Tiger stuff. And I was like, oh man, like that's the Mighty Morphin, because I didn't have a lot of stuff growing up of like. I'm gonna out myself. I grew up poor, so a lot of the toys during a certain time of my life, before I reached 13 years old, a lot of my toys that was like anything interesting, I'd steal from kids I would never see again. So like if I went to their house for like some like birthday party even, Grandma would have bought them a toy, right? Packaged it up, but I'd leave with like a Rodan in my pocket. Or like some Lego droids.
Wow.
Just I was poor and I wanted those toys, and I was honestly upset at some of these kids. So like I would rationalize being like, God would want me to have this toy.
Now I'm wondering where my Melee game really went.
Wow. I still have the receipt, sir.
Yeah.
Um,
I've bought that game 3 times now.
have you? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And every time it's more expensive than the last.
You know, dude, no lie, I just bought in 64 Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And that actually ended my Smash Bros. Collection. Which, if anyone knows, I've been playing Smash Bros. Since the GameCube version. I did play the N64 version, but it was never mine, so I can't ever claim to have owned that. But I'm a huge fan of Smash Bros. And so that was the last one. I'm so happy. I've been completing a lot of collections. Now all I need is the SNES to complete my Nintendo collection, and the PlayStation 1 to complete every single PlayStation console. Although, sad to say, I am missing everything other than the PSP 2000 model.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else. Should I even count the 2000 or the 1000 and the 3000 model in my PSP collections?
Like, do you have the... You said you're missing... You have 1000 and 3000?
No, I have 2000.
Oh, okay.
Should I even count the 1000 and the 3000 as, like, separate PSPs? They're not that different.
Yeah, they're not... Yeah, they're pretty similar. So, if you're not concerned about getting every model, you just concerned... Then I wouldn't worry about it.
So, the PS Vita and the PSP Go are, like, the only 2 handhelds I need, right? Was there any others?
Yeah, if you're well, for PlayStation handhelds, PSP, PSP Go, and PS Vita.
So then, if I get that, and
I wouldn't bother counting going after the PlayStation phone.
Oh yeah, that was a thing, huh?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be considered a console though. That's
Yeah.
like an entirely different species.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't Nintendo come out with a phone too?
Not that I'm aware of, but they might have. I had 2 of those PlayStation phones. My first one I had for about a week before I dropped it in water.
Dude, I was so excited whenever I was 17 years old and I had already moved away. And I was working at McDonald's and I bought a BlackBerry. And that BlackBerry, so I still have it.
Oh yeah?
It's really thick. It's like that thick. And like it had the full keyboard on it. And like I was so excited because like it was one of the very first phones that had internet, and it was really shitty.
Yeah.
And like you'd scroll down by, there was like a scroll wheel on the side. It was not touchscreen in the least, and touchscreen phones didn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
And like that's just like I was so proud of it because I was like, it's like a whole computer in my pocket. 10 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It is.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah. It's almost 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap up here.
Yeah, people. It's so long. It stopped raining.
Is it?
Yeah. I had a great time. I mean, this was literally just bullshitting. We didn't stay on like anything. Disclaimer: don't take anything we said at face value. Do your own research, because like this is just us, off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just bullshitting. Like our own experiences. We're not pretending to know everything. If we got it wrong, please let him know. Don't come to my channel at Daddy Lobster.
But if you do want to see some silly animated videos,
yeah, just dumb shit.
Yeah, some dubs, audio dubs over footage for some silly stuff. You can catch those over at the Daddy Lobster YouTube channel. And then we have joint work that we did on Left Claw Studios YouTube channel.
If you want to see...
Doing a lot of Let's Play videos and stuff like that. We got, 400 and something videos up there?
So many videos. Barely anyone has been able to watch it. So it's a very unique experience that could be yours. You could be a part of the very few until, a few million watch it. So you better catch that experience early so you could say, here first. Or here third. There's a couple videos like that, I'm sure. But yeah, I had a great time. This was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Just shooting the shit.
Just shooting the shit. It's nice whenever it's in a comfortable chair. I get to rock back and forth in.
Yeah.
Just wear out your chair. It's fun. Although I've been eyeballing that Deadpool chair that was in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That squirrel's chair.
I know. I'm gonna convince her to let me use it next time.
So yeah, you might be able to. She won't let me use it. I exceed its weight limit.
Oh shit.
That's why. I don't remember what its weight limit is, but I exceed it.
No, you can't be like a hair over 200 pounds, dude. Mr. 6 foot something.
The camera adds 200 pounds.
Oh my god. Anyway, thank you so much. This was a great.
Yeah, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the thing.
All right.